Hey Scrapper people, it's Tracy Reed here today, finishing up my vacation roundup spread. So I have a 6 by 12 insert. This is going to be the back of the insert. And then on the right hand side of this, I will have a 9 by 12 page. So I'm just kind of finishing up this roundup insert. These are photos of Patrick and I going to Joe's Crab Shack in Myrtle Beach, which is a tradition of ours. Whenever we go on vacation, we find a Joe's Crab Shack and we eat there. I don't care that it's a chain, it's just something that we do. So the funny story about this is that we were using Siri for directions, and we got to the place where Joe's Crab Shack was, and we literally parked maybe like 100 feet from Joe's Crab Shack, but it was around a corner so we couldn't see it. And then Siri proceeded to give us walking directions about a mile away from where Joe's Crab Shack actually was. So we ended up out in the middle of the parking lot going, I don't think that that's where this restaurant is. And then we had to find our way back by asking, where's Joe's Crab Shack, to people who worked in the boardwalk area. So then we ended up getting to Joe's Crab Shack, I don't know, half an hour before they closed, so it was all sort of ridiculous, but it's a funny story. Anyway, so I have these photos of our funny bibs, which is something that they always do at Joe's Crab Shack, and then a photo of us walking the boardwalk trying to find Joe's Crab Shack, and then just a photo I snapped of the actual place. So I wanted to tell that story, so they just all went together on the back of that 6 by 12 insert, and I'm scrapping them real quick and easy just to finish it up. I've already done the journaling. Like I said in my last video, I went through and added journaling cards to a ton of my spreads that I hadn't finished yet, just so that I wouldn't forget these stories and journaling. So I have these already done, which is really helpful. So I've got this mostly completed, just adding in a couple of little icons and things here and there. I'm using the Cocoa Daisy South Beach collection, which is their July collection, plus some embellishments that I've pulled that are from like the Sunny Days collection and things like that, just to help finish it off. So the right hand side, I have these 3 photos of the kids on these rides at the boardwalk, and I love these photos, but 2 of them are, hard to see the kids, and then I should have printed them out, the 2 where the kids are harder to see, I should have printed them out smaller, but I printed them all out the same size. So I'm actually going to sort of use a blocky type layout for the spread, which is not something that I do very often. I don't do a lot of grid-based design. So I struggle a little bit with the grid-based design until I really find my groove. So I have this extra space underneath this photo, so I thought maybe I would just add like a strip of pattern to make it kind of cool, which it actually turned out pretty well, but I decided that I didn't actually want it to look quite like that. So I work on this, adding this strip of pattern stickers. These are from the sticker kit that you can purchase in addition to the regular kits. I love them, the memory keeping sticker kit and the planner sticker kit. They're so helpful for scrapbooking. So they come with these patterned sheets, but I end up not using it. So I pull out all of these papers, and these are 6 by 8, and I've decided that I'm going to like add some triangles towards the bottom of this layout. And this is when I'm like, well, if I'm going to do that, I don't think I want to have these blocky pattern pieces here, but let's cut out the triangles first. So I'm going to glue this down. Then I'm going to take another pattern paper that coordinates, and I'm going to create another triangle. And I'm just freehanding this. No need to be perfect. So we got purple and blue on the bottom here, and that makes a nice, an interesting little detail at the bottom there. And so I decided I need to move everything down because, of course. So I'm going to start there. Then I'm going to add some pattern paper at the top as well, some pattern triangles. Luckily these stickers came up fairly easily. They didn't rip the actual cardstock, only each other. So I decided to orient that to the bottom instead to make some room for the pattern paper at the top. Cut that one a little crooked, so I'm making the line straighter. And I'm going to make sure it goes under the photos. I don't want it on top of the photos. Next, I'm going to do the same with another paper. Decided to go with this yellow, although I do end up covering up most of it, so you can't really tell anyway. At some point I'll decide. Now I just have to trim off the edge. And I'm building this directly on the back of the next layout. Save some space in the album, save some paper. Trying to figure out what I want to add here as a title. Thought maybe I wanted to move it up in the middle, but I can't decide, man. This paper, this tag might help. I'm actually going to use the back of the tag, and I'm going to sort of tilt it over the photos just to imitate some of that angular effect and to make it stick out a little bit more. I have these washi strips, so I'm going to add them to the edge of the tag, but I decided to go with a different one on the bottom here. A little bit, it stood out a little bit less. I felt like the colors on the washi page were too bright, and I'm just trying to go with a little bit more neutral. Going through, adding some stickers, going to add in my journaling here. Just something really simple. Now I'm going to start adding in some more layers. And I fuss with these layers a lot. It takes me a good minute to get happy with the way that this layout is heading. A lot of these icons and die cuts are from Pink Fresh Studio. This is from Crate Paper. Trying to use up some of my stash in addition to the Cocoa Daisy collection. The Pink Fresh stuff came in the classified kit for these kits, but this Crate Paper stuff I have hanging around needs to go. There's so much of it. I need to visit the beach much more often for as much beach product as I have. You can see me super struggling with this Let's Go, because I just didn't like how far out it was sticking. This is when I really started shuffling these things around. And it's a little bit better. Need to add in a title still. I'm just feeling like the center of that is pretty boring. Use some twine and tie the tag. So of course I have to move that Let's Go again once I add the twine in. I actually like it better there, so that was a good move. Need something up here. I just have so many random little bits and pieces sitting on my desk trying to be used. It's kind of just what my thought process is use up as much of it as possible. I'm trying to figure out what to fill this empty space with. It's me thinking, and I'm like, I don't know what to put here. So I'm going to pull out some thickers, and at first I'm going to use these, and then I was like, no, that's not what I want. So I pull out these blue glitter thickers. And I'm trying to make a title work out of these. Play. That works. What else? Okay. I end up going with okay to play. That did not work, that orientation. Finishing, yep. It takes up a lot of room, but I still feel like there's so much empty space there. So what I end up doing is grabbing a bunch of these little blue dots that are everywhere. And I'm going to fill in the space with these blue dots. And then I'm going to add some up at the top too, so that it doesn't just feel like random blue dots that don't make any sense to the design. I'm going to fill up some of this white space with these blue dots, which adds kind of a fun and funky feel to these photos anyway, and I kind of really like the way that that came out. So we got okay to play. Keep moving these blue dots around in circles. And I'm really feeling like this is done. But that yellow paper up there at the top is like, it feels just the same as the white space to me. So I felt like I needed to add a little bit more color up there. So I'm going to add this washi tape sort of under the photo just to add a little strip of color. And then I have to add a matching one at the bottom, because that's how I roll. So of course I have to move all these blue dots that I painstakingly put everywhere. But that is just about it for this layout. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you. And if you don't already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I am at Tracy M. Reed, and I'd love to connect over there as well. All right, thank you.